Readers, I cannot stress this enough. Every time humans visit this planet, they bring trouble, a lot of trouble, I tell you. You see, Yhreesaa-12 is a unique planet that the Galactic Council decided to classify as a farm world. The only problem was that the main inhabitants of this planet were the Cabal, a hive swarm that had one thing in mind: to spread the swarm far and wide into the cosmos. Luckily, thanks to the planetary shield placed in the world before they were discovered within the planet, they were stuck within Yhreesaa-12 for the foreseeable future. Now you question, why was Yhreesaa-12 classified as a farm world when it was inhabited by killer Xeno? Because every part of the Cabal was in some use to a part of our economy. You name it, skin? Just flay it with laser cutters and you'll have a beautiful set of clothing for the wealthy to purchase and flaunt. Blood? Slightly acidic, but it is a great alternative to the much more crude, unstable forms of fuel for certain types of ships and some species. I heard rumors that the bones of the Cabal were even used as furniture. So yes, naturally, we kill the Cabals, we collect them by the tons, and we send off every confirmed corpse that we got to the many space factory stations up in orbit for processing. We didn't even have to hunt them. All we had to do was just establish a foothold close to a breeding chasm, make sure we had enough personnel to man each station and equipment, and yes, collect the corpses. The swarm pops out a few times per day cycle but has intervals long enough that we had time to shove them to the shuttle. We also have trophy hunters, mostly just the typical plain military squadrons or companies from different parts of our galaxy to test out their new stratagems and weapons on the swarm. And then there were the humans. Good stars to praise. The humans. Every time we accommodate these bipeds, we always have some sort of an issue with them. Like that one time, we had to call in orbital reinforcements to Sector G13 because a human decided to, and I quote his own words, poke their big mama inside one of the breeding chasms and force that particular queen to offload hundreds of thousands of cabas onto that outpost. Or that one human who insisted she install an experimental weapon on one of the larger outposts. Not only did the weapon siphon too much power that it caused 5 other outposts to get periodical blackouts, but it also left no visible traces when it fired. I get that it is very effective against the swarm, but how are we supposed to get paid when all that is left is ash? What about that one time a human got me in serious trouble by bringing a sack back to the outpost without telling the rest of my men? These things can still hatch, you know. I don't want to get court-martialed and branded as a terrorist if even one egg got off planet. Don't even get me started on that one time a human couple decided to get a self-portrait of themselves with a kaba. A living one, mind you. Half of my men had to go into therapy sessions because they witnessed their children hold onto the kaba's head like some sort of a pet while the couple restrained its legs and tail like some sort of a grapple net. Sure, I relish the satisfaction. The shiver of bliss on my 3 spines when my commander says no to these humans. But there are some things clearly meant to be a certified negatory. But no, humans are very stubborn creatures. They can't even tell between yes and no, even if their lives depend on it. I honestly believe that humans have some sort of programming within them that allows them to do these terrible ideas. I'm surprised that they have not run themselves aground with extinction. Sure, these humans are good at a few things like their food, or one of their entertaining shows like Universal Feud or Price is Right, Galaxy Edition or reality TV, but these humans need to learn that the galaxy is not their playground. Or a vehicle because a few humans decided to ride a few kabas like they are mounts. Yes, I know you'll hate me. Call me a xenophobe or whatever when you're reading this. But please, imagine yourself in my shoes. Too much paperwork, I tell you. You'll want to rip your own hands just so you wouldn't want to sign off a paper that allows a set of humans to race some fast shuttles around sectors, Y24 to a 45, when the swarm pops out again because it's rad to raise like it's done, or Mad Max, or the stars forbid. Let another group of human children do the piata again, which is just letting them watch a Kaba swarm queen give birth to a 50-ton kabao before allowing one child to fire at it with a Xyradian positronic antimatter rate EM. Speaking of which, I have to go now. I have to convince and dissuade these humans who are about to do something stupid. I can't make the words for it, but to summarize, they said it was a role play about a particularly old game with lots of democracy, freedom, and screaming on it. Knowing the humans, it's up to no good. So please, for the love of all things dear, don't let humans visit this planet. Otherwise, I will resign and write down the reason as insanity. All thanks to these humans. And human. If you're thinking of it, just so you know, I will gouge out all of my 6 eyes and rip my hearing aids out before you do it. I swear my life on it, I won't be a part of it again. Good day.